All right, all. So today we're going to talk about our first deployment. This one, because it came out today, is going to be Bluebeam Revu 21.5. Pretty much with all Bluebeam deployments, you can do this a couple ways. If you go to their download site and get the deployment package, once you unzip it, you'll see it contains all the files you need. Generally, because we are pushing out a lot of Autodesk products, most of the um, additional installs we need are already installed on our systems and they're already updated, so we don't generally need to worry about those. With Intune, you can deploy Bluebeam two different ways. One is with an MSI and one is a Win32 app. I will tell you from just going through the motions of doing it both ways, I've found doing Win32 has a much cleaner and more consistent install than just doing the MSI. The MSI is generally install on boot. You're hoping everybody reboots. Um, but we've also found that they don't necessarily overwrite always. So we use pretty much the uninstall previous versions, the two MSIs, and make a quick PowerShell script. So here we're going to focus on those files. So in our input folder here, you'll find we copied over the Revu installer, the OCR installer, the uninstall previous versions. We truncate the name, take out the spaces, make it a command file, and make a real simple PowerShell script. As you can see, it does three things. First thing it does is run the uninstall script. This basically removes all previous versions. This comes with the deployment. You're welcome to kind of do what you want in terms of removing versions you don't want uninstalled, but this gives you a clean slate to start with Bluebeam. Doesn't remove user files, just the installs. Then it goes and installs the latest OCR MSI quietly, and then it installs the main product quietly as well. So what you'll see is pretty simple. We'll take that PowerShell and we get off to the races. So we go C. Intune setup. We get into our Intune folder where we have our Intune files. So this is our app utility. Specify the folder our files are in. That would be input. And your setup file. This is going to be your PowerShell script. So go ahead and do that. And where you want it to go. This is our output folder that also lives in our Intune setup folder. I've already created this before because I've already deployed it in my environment, but you'll see it'll ask you pretty much if it already exists, do you want to delete it? You can say yes. And do you want to specify catalog folder? Generally say no to this. This is going to go ahead and create your file. As soon as this is done, and the speed of this is very dependent on the power of the computer you're building these on. It can take a couple minutes, it could take longer, just really depends on your computer and what else you have running. But once this packages up, you'll have your Win32 file and be able to place it into Intune. We will, and you can see pretty much if you have Bluebeam created before because you've deployed a different version, click in, go to your properties, edit. Here you can just upload your new Intune Win file that you made. Click on this, go ahead and upload. See, I've already got it uploaded. Go through your setup. Install command is pretty important. Here you're going to call your PowerShell script. You're basically going to have it run like this. Your uninstall command you will get from the registry key. So on one machine you'll want to pre-install this version of Bluebeam. I usually run a check of my PowerShell script and let that run, making sure that the PowerShell script installs everything. Go to your registry. We find the uninstall keys are generally great. great location to pick from. They'll give you the uninstall script. We also target this later. Um, we'll use, say, the display version here as kind of the check that the program installed fine. Generally, a lot of the uninstall registry keys happen at the end of installation, so usually if that shows up, it means it was done pretty well. So we'll go ahead and click through, see the requirements. We just require that it's 64-bit and at least Windows 10. Detection rule, this is where we use our uninstall script key display version. Say if this is detected, then the version 21.5 is there. Go ahead, hit OK. And you go and you can save. Other things you can do while you're here is set kind of how deployments go out. You can set a availability time. Kind of once you're in here, you can click in. So, if you have it available for all users under enrolled devices, your app's going to show up in company portal. If you have it included for all devices, that's where you'll get your automatic installs. Generally, when we roll these out, we like to do them at night. So under availability, you can come in here. We do device time zone, but you can specify the date and time. So basically, today we rolled this out, 8 p.m. So at 8 p.m., devices are going to start installing this locally. We work across many time zones, so it's very specific that at 8 p.m. we hope everyone's out of their files, and then they can work. Here you can see the completed Win32 file, and you'll see it gets put in the output folder, and that's what you upload. But doing this, hit your review and save once you set the time, and you're off to the races. After that, you can just go ahead and watch device installs and see how things go. That's all for this one. Thanks.